Hey everybody, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now, optimism is growing as House Democrats promise a measure of stimulus relief before the holidays. According to the Chicago Tribune, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell had a phone call on Thursday that came the day after Pelosi signaled a willingness to make major concessions in search of a stimulus relief package in the $1 trillion range. According to CNBC, lawmakers introduced a bipartisan $908 billion stimulus relief package. That is the latest attempt at a deal between Republicans and Democrats. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell quickly rejected the proposal and floated one of his own, which will keep the total cost closer to $500 billion. And now there is a stimulus proposal from former Congressman John Delaney, and it is going to provide stimulus checks in exchange for getting vaccinated. Andrew Yang is also one of the supporters for this proposal. Everybody tell me in the comments down below, will you be willing to get vaccinated for a $1,500 stimulus check? Before we get started, be sure to subscribe to my channel and click the notifications bell. That way you'll never miss all the newest and most up-to-date, reliable stimulus check information. And get this video to 5,000 likes if you think that Congress must pass the stimulus. Now first, let's hear what New York Governor Andrew Cuomo has to say about stimulus relief and the pandemic in New York City. By the way, folks, what do you think of Andrew Cuomo? Is he doing a good job in governing New York? Tell me what you think in the comments down below.
Washington is considering passage of a bill which would help with state and local financing, unemployment insurance, transportation aid, vaccination funding, etc. They have been going back and forth. Speaker Pelosi put forth the HEROES bill months ago. They were then talking about a possible compromise bill. Senator McConnell has been extraordinarily difficult. His statement was, let the states go bankrupt. 50 states go bankrupt, that's bad for the country, because the country is 50 states. Senator Manchin has proposed basically a bipartisan compromise bill of $908 billion. I spoke to Senator Manchin. He explained his reasoning, which I think is sound. I spoke with Speaker Pelosi. Families will not have a holiday if they don't act and if there isn't some aid. President-elect Biden also urged them to get something done. Senator Manchin, who I have great respect for, by the way, says that he believes this is the best they can get done. Again, it's a first down payment. It doesn't come near to the need. It would be a short-term bill until March. And I would urge them to get this first down payment bill passed before they leave, just so families have funding for the holiday season, and it takes some pressure off state and local governments. They would then have to come back and do a real bill next year. I'm sorry. Also, as chairman of the National Governors Association, we asked for $500 billion in state and local funding.
And according to CNBC, Americans are eager for more one-time stimulus checks, while the U.S. government is working to get vaccinations to the American public. One proposal from former Congressman John Delaney aims to help both sides by providing stimulus checks in exchange for getting vaccinated. Millions of Americans are still hoping for a second round of stimulus checks. Meanwhile, the U.S. government is preparing to distribute vaccinations to the American public in order to put an end to the public health crisis. Now, one proposal aims to help both efforts by giving people $1,500 stimulus checks in exchange for getting vaccinated. The idea comes from entrepreneur John Delaney, a former Democratic congressman from Maryland, who also ran for president in 2020. Delaney told CNBC, the faster we get 75% of this country vaccinated, the faster we end the virus and the sooner everything returns to normal. Congress has worked for months to come to an agreement on the next stimulus package. Republicans and Democrats are still at odds, even as 12 million people could lose unemployment benefits in a few weeks if nothing is done. More stimulus checks, once an area of bipartisan agreement, might be off the table. Now, in regards to unemployment insurance and unemployment benefits, McConnell's proposal and the $900 billion stimulus proposal include extensions for unemployment insurance, as millions of Americans are still without jobs due to the pandemic. Two main programs, the Pandemic Unemployment Assistance and Pandemic Emergency Unemployment Compensation, are set to expire at the end of the year unless a deal is reached. 12 million people will lose the unemployment benefits that have kept them afloat the day after Christmas, unless the Republicans come to the table for negotiations that they've avoided since May. Extensions of unemployment insurance and paid leave are the most important support that Congress can give to the families, so that they can make it through the winter while waiting for the vaccine. McConnell's proposal would also extend unemployment insurance, but for a shorter time. Under his plan, PUA, which gave independent contractors and gig workers benefits, would be extended for 1 month until January 31st, and then be phased out over the next 2 months. With that being said, folks, that is all the news in regards to your second stimulus check, unemployment benefits, and SSI and SSDI benefits. If you found this video useful, be sure to subscribe to my channel and click the notifications bell. And let's get this video to 5,000 likes if you think that Congress must pass more stimulus relief.